Alright, not sure if you guys noticed, but there's a new feature on Claude which essentially helps you visualize PDFs. Let's quickly take a look at this feature, and I think this is only available for people who have feature preview enabled and are on the paid version of Claude AI, right? So there are three updates that I see right now. The first one is the visual PDF, which I've just enabled, which essentially gives Claude 3.5 the ability to view and analyze images, charts, and graphs in PDFs. In addition to text, PDFs that are less than 100 pages are supported. There is also latex rendering, which allows it to, render mathematical equations in a consistent manner, which is huge. And there's the analysis tool where Claude can write and run code, run analysis, and produce data visualization in real time, which is insane. And I think this to some extent was available with artifacts. But one of the things that I noticed that it only runs code that was Java. It did not run Python and other pieces of code. So let's also take an opportunity to kind of test that out later in the video, or maybe we'll test that out in the other video. For now, let's take a look at the visual PDF bit. Essentially, some of the use cases that I can think about when it comes to this is, let's say if you are a real estate person and you have a SO, sales order per se, and you have a bunch of different graphs in the SO or diagrams in the SO, this tool can help you visualize all of that. And it's one of the major use cases when it comes to the real estate market. Even from the standpoint of you being a buyer, you would still use something like this in order to analyze this. Second use case would be around education. So let's say if you want to learn and understand new concepts in general, then this is one of the use cases that you can, let's say if you have your own handwritten notes, this can be used in order to do that. Third would be to analyze, let's say company reports, so financial reports where you have graphs and stuff like that. And let's take that example as we go along with this scenario. So let's jump right in. Again, there are so many use cases that kind of have PDF and have the requirement to kind of scrape tables and graphs and charts and so on and so forth. But this makes it very easy because so far you use things like Tesseract to extract text from images and then analyze those images, right? This changes that. So let's play around with it now. I'm firstly going to spend some time to find the PDF, so just give me a second. All right, so let's play around with three files, right? Firstly, this annual report. I'm going to download this as a PDF. Let's go ahead and do that. It's a document for some reason. Anyway, so second is this Mumbai residential property registrations, which basically has some graphs and some details about the daily sales and so on and so forth. It also has some images, so I think this is a decent documentation. And third, someone shared their handwritten notes for Python. And I'm going to see if I can, upload notes like these and make a sense of what this actually is. And this is, we'll also see if we can, understand what is in the page or PDF or the image itself. So let's go ahead and try it out now. First, we'll try out the Microsoft annual report. Let's see if we can upload that as a PDF. Going to go to file and save this as a PDF. Seems to have more than 100 pages, so I don't know if it will work. Let's just go ahead and try it out. So I've just uploaded the PDF and I'm going to say help me visualize this PDF. There was a typo with visualize, but I hope Claude kind of gets it. It's its job to understand what I'm saying, right? As an AI, it should be able to kind of help me fix the errors that I'm facing, right? So anyways, it seems to be writing code when I say I need to visualize the report. So I don't know if I'm doing something wrong, but I know the code is for React. I don't know if it'll be able to visualize it, because let's see if the artifact is able to visualize it. And it seems it is able to do it, and I think it's doing a good job with it, right? So FY22, the revenue was 198,270 million. It rose to 21,211,915 billion in 2023, and 24,5 and 245,122 in FY24. So this is a great visualization. And then there's the breakdown of revenue segment. So productivity and business processes had like the biggest segment. No, it seems like the intelligent cloud had the biggest segment, followed by productivity and so on. And then there are, the operating income segment broken down, key metrics and so on and so forth. So my question is this what Claude means when it comes to visualization? Because the artifacts were able to do that before as well. So this is, I don't think this is anything new. So I found this demo on their Twitter page, and let's look at what this means, right? So it seems you can drag the report in here, and because this has a bunch of these pages, it is able to just walk you through the plan itself. So seems like you don't need to do anything extra. What we did is what we should be doing anyways, but it seems that it's now going to be able to look into images and tables in order to get the data for you, which I don't think was possible before this. Let's see if it can really do that, right? I'm going to open the document again and let's see if we can find a graph. All right, so let's ask a question about this. graph, and let's go ahead and paste this here. Let's see if we're able to get anything off of that. Stock performance section. Let's take a look. Yep. So it is able to find where this graph is, which is pretty good because it seems that this is what we were looking at. And it actually built a visualization on top of that, which is insane because I wasn't expecting it to look at the graph, because graphs are complex to look at even for humans. Imagine like AI trying to match what these values are and then extract the data. Now, I don't know if it went ahead and acted smart and just, got the data from the table and then helped us visualize it. But it does seem that it was looking at this section. So it may have played us by just looking at the table that was below it, right? So let's see if we can play around with something else. There's not much graph wise in this report. Let's see if the other report has any graph. So I think this is a good, report to ask questions about. Let's copy this question, download this report, and start a new chat with the feature enabled like we already have. Then paste this here, daily average sales and government collections, which year had the highest daily average sales and collections, right? So let's just put that as the question. If it can really see graphs, then it should be able to answer the question correctly. So let's take a look at this. This was the year March 21. So this is what it should answer. Let's see if we get that. And it was able to answer the question correctly. It in fact, I think also looked at the units. 500 and even I can't make a sense of this, right? So 500 and what? 72 units, which seems, relatively accurate. Am I giving this data anywhere in the table? I don't think so. So very cool. It's able to now look at graphs and give you an understanding with respect to what is going on in the graph itself. It also has revenue daily total, which seems to be 282 crores, which is something that is written. So I don't think that's a surprise there. But honestly, this value wasn't written, and I'm kind of shocked that it gave us the number on at least a high level. So let's go ahead and ask another question on this. Let's go ahead and put this out. When was the highest property sales registration and repo rate? Looking at graph 2 in the document, March 2022 had the highest property sales registration with 16,726 units. During this period, repo rate was 4%. Let's take a look at this. So it did say March 2023, right? Yep. But I think there's a catch. It says March 2022. Let's go back. Yep. So this was the year which has the highest value. So insane. Now it can actually look into graphs and answer you questions, which is actually very, very cool when it comes to analyzing these documents. If it's available as an API, I think that'd be even better, because a lot of developers can use this to extract and, talk to PDFs in general. Right now, we use models like OpenAI by extracting text from the PDF and then answering the question. Imagine just sending a PDF in the input and, letting Claude answer the question using things like prompt caching and so on and so forth. Makes this a very powerful feature, to be honest. Let's try one final example with handwritten notes and see if we're able to make a sense of the cursive problem that we see on the screen right now. Trust me, even I don't understand this language. So let's go ahead and try it. Start a new chat, upload the file, and then ask the question. Let's go through anything that we understand and something that Claude may not have in its, database. Let's see if we can find. Or you know what, let's just ask a fun question, because a lot of this is text. We'll ask a follow-up question there. I'm gonna ask, what do you... Oh, okay, did not load the PDF. I think it wasn't able to extract text. Let's try again. Strange, because I thought that it will be able to read through cursive handwriting, which seems that I wasn't able to upload the file itself, because Claude, I don't think, is able to extract text from this. So let's just hope it's able to do that. And if it's able to do it, then I think it's a good point. So yeah, your document upload failed. Please try again. I'm going to refresh this once, and then I'm going to be uploading it again to see if there was an issue with the UI, which I don't think. In general, AI models are like terrible at scraping text from cursive, primarily because these could mean anything. Even for you and I, cursive is very hard to understand. So I don't know if Claude will be able to scrape or extract text from this PDF. It is likely using its own Python packages like PyPDF or PyMuPDF and so on, which would also not be able to extract text from this. So it failed again, and it's likely that it's cursive. Maybe it's identifying it's cursive and not scraping data off of it, right? Because it will give incorrect answers in those scenarios. But either case, I think the fact that it can at least look at graphs and answer questions, it's a huge win, especially for developers. And they have an opportunity to build a new product that can enable people to talk to graphs and answer questions about the PDFs, right? So super stoked about this. a lot of PDF tools will likely have this over the coming few weeks. This is exactly why I love Claude. They build products that users actually need, then building products to, make more and more money than what, other similar popular competitors do today. Either ways, thank you so much, and I'll see you guys in the next one.